Well, g'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, I'll be looking down here while I'm doing this. The next up is tidying this little beast up. So, as you can see, the case is pretty grotty, and we're going to find out a little bit more about our pantyhose that's in here. So, let's get our cardboard piece out. Well, I'm starting on the case, and because once I start cleaning this, well, I'll be also getting my compressor, cleaning the radio out, not going overboard, bringing it back sparkling, not like his daddy Breville, which is in the background there. Yeah, you can see it. It's back there somewhere, waiting for its knobs. Okay, so, we've got to take the handle off this first. Righto, a couple of little screwdriver here, and I really don't know how this Bakelite handle holds this thing. This is a heavy little radio. And if I'm not talking to you up here, well, I'm busy doing stuff down here. It's just something else that I'm trying out while I work. Okay, there's our handle. Bakelite. And it's original. It hasn't been glued or anything like that. Make you wonder how that holds the weight, even across that distance. A lot of weight in this little fella. Yeah, okay, I've already said that. And here we go. Okay, well, it looks like it's supposed to be glued in, this cardboard. It looks like there's been plenty of glue in there at one stage, but certainly not now. Yeah. Haven't seen one like this. Fairly dirty, and we should be able to get some contact cement when we're putting this all together. And yeah, okay. Down here we have two little nuts down the bottom there. Obviously, for our little Breville logo, but. Oh, okay, this looks like that's the only way that's held is with those two fellas. And yeah, they're finger tight. Oh, until they get near the end. Bit hard on the fingers. Okay, I'll have to get some pliers. I'll get that off and be back. Got one off and the other one a little bit hard. Looks like the nuts have been put on and then the screws cut off. Makes it a bit hard on the thread. Okay, that doesn't come out. What happens here? Okay, this comes out. Our pantyhose is stuck to the floor. Okay. Okay, there we go, guys. Very high-tech speaker mount or bezel or cover, whatever you want to call it. I don't know whether that'd be original or not. It does look original, but it may not be. And yeah, that's pretty awful, that. It's real awful. Okay, we'll be putting something better than that in there. Now, the badge has got two more nuts. Okay, so that's what holds it in. The surround... I don't know how that surround comes out. I think it just presses in. Yeah, anyway, we may not have to take the surround out, I will be polishing it, that's all. He's fairly dirty, and underneath, well, this is falling off, guys, this circuit. So I'll be taking it off and reprinting a circuit to put in place of this. He's not real good, and as you can see, he goes around our back feet, across there, and yeah, you can't read anything on it, so there's no sense in keeping it there. Righto, this I think does pop out, but I'm not real sure. Maybe a gentle tap with a screwdriver, or the back end of a screwdriver, plastic end, or a little rubber hammer, something like that, just to unclip each corner. There appears to be something on each corner. Righto guys, I'll now take the logo off and we'll see what we can do with the other bit. Right guys, now the noise in the background you can hear is a fan going behind me. It's about 34 degrees in here today, so pretty warm. Not quite warm enough for the air conditioner yet, but pretty warm. Now this fella, this dial is actually Perspex. But the first thing I'm going to do is take this off and we'll clean it, all that. And this is the beginning of stripping the radio down, getting ready to replace the capacitors in it. I want a few things off it before I do the caps, like the power cord. Don't need it in the road. Now, this little fella has got standoffs behind him. Okay, so the glass, yeah, it's Perspex. Shame we've got a little crack here, which you sort of can and can't see, that fella. So he's not too bad. A little bit dusty behind here. This is a dry rag situation. These are transfers. I am not putting a moist rag on there, that's for sure. We will at the front to clean up this, and yeah, in the bottom there, look at that. There you go. Not very often you get instructions on the dial cord itself, on the dial glass itself, is it? And of course there's your stations. So we've got all Australian states on this one. Okay, we don't have any ones. We don't have New Zealand, a 1YA, or yeah, that's a bit of a shame. We do have PI, which is PI, 8PI. Is that Port Moresby, or is that a 5 PI? Not real sure, but anyway, easy enough cleaned up, that fella, and leaves us with this. We've got to work out what's going on here. This has got to be repainted. Can't have that sitting like that. And well, it does come off the backing without disconnecting the dial cord and everything. That's you take this off to put the dial cord on. So there's only a screw down here, and the screw here, and a little nut here. This nut here holds a little post that's actually a roller on the dial cord. You can see that there. I think all those are running okay. Yes, they all appear to be okay, but you can see the problem there is our pointer is going up and hitting the top of the screw up here. That's what's happening there. So it's just the pointer's in the wrong position, and as you can see, it hits the inside of this fella. Okay, so we've just got to adjust that, but all that can be done at any time. What I'll be doing as well, but I'll do the caps first. We're going to take all the valves out, we're going to clean them, and I'm going to put their numbers with a labelling machine on the bases, on all the bases, because as soon as you touch these, well, as you know, the information turns to powder, and then you don't know what the valves are, even though it's written on the chassis. Okay, the other thing, once I get the caps done, I'll be removing the speaker. It'll make cleaning inside here a lot easier. As I said, I'm not going to go over the top, but I would like a nice clean chassis. This thing, the old power cord, guys, here we go. This is coming off. There, that'll make things a whole heap easier to handle. Earth cable, well, we'll be taking him off, and we'll probably disconnect our area wire as well. It just makes handling this radio a lot easier when we're tipping him upside down. Next port of call, caps. We may take the faceplate off this and get rid of this thing. I'm not very happy with this grid connected whatever it is. Righto, I'll be back soon. Now guys, we've done a few things here. Got the valves out. I've labelled a couple of them. A couple of them didn't need labelling, so I just used a labeler and put it on like so. That way, yeah, the other one's rubbed off, and at least you can see what they are. Painted the back of the dial, looks like so, and of course cleaned the dial. Painted the back plate for the speaker, or the mounting panel, whatever you want to call it. And now I've just taken the speaker off, and it has a feedback network that goes back into the radio. So yeah, you just remove those two wires, and actually the speaker's very loose. But anyway, that's what we've got to fix up with the speaker. And a little crack up here, as you can see. Otherwise the speaker's not too bad. There's nothing wrong inside it. And there you go. April 1948. Well, that's for the transformer, but I guess with other things written like this on the speaker, the 9th of April 1948, or 20th, there's the two, the 20th of April 1948, and yeah, that'd be the same on the transformer. So yeah, that's where I'm up to so far. Now I'm just about to do the caps, and as you can see, the radio now is a little bit easier to work on. I can tuck these up, and I haven't got wires everywhere. Once I've finished recapping, I'll be taking this shield out. I need it to sit on when it's upside down. Take this out, and then we'll clean the chassis and the tuning gang and transformer, so forth. But for the moment, well, it's capacitor time. So, start with the electrodes. We'll test these two electrodes plus the what are they? Cathode bypass caps up here. They are 25 microfarads, both those. So we'll do them now. Do the electrodes, check them out, see what they're like. Then we'll go through and do the waxies. Right, guys. Well, we've fitted the big white fella, replaced him, and let's have a look and see what he measures out of interest. Now, we'll go here and here, just out of interest. and these are 16s at 525 volts, 24 ESR 0.6 ohm, but 24 24 microfarad on a 16 mic cap. Yeah, well, you know it's leaky. Okay, so that's okay. So we replaced him. Now I've lifted the leads off our cap can down here. So let's test him. One to ground there. One to positive. And see what he measures. He's also a 16, by the way. 16 at 525 volts. 21.3. ESR 2.2 ohm. So, yeah, the ESR's is not that bad on either one, but 21 mic, 16 mic cap. Yep. Leaky. So, time he went. But what do? Do we restuff and keep the format, or do we cut him off, leave him there, and put another one in? We sort of need somewhere to hang this off. With this one, oh gee, decisions. I don't know. I might restuff this one, I think, because I'd like to keep that corner as it is. Keep the radio. I want this radio as original as it possibly can be. So yeah, we'll probably restuff the can, and yeah, go from there. That way we've got a mounting point for these. Yeah, okay. I'll these are rivets. Drill them out, get him out, and well, we mightn't have to. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it's all riveted together, but we could drill this little rivet out and then just put a screw in here for the holder. That would probably be the thing to do, rather than unrivet the mount. But yeah, there he is. Excuse my voice. I'm a bit croaky this morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've had an early run this morning, and I'm not switched on yet. So yeah, 16 mic. Okay, let's drill this out. I'll get him out. We'll restuff it, put him back in, and then I'll come back, and then we'll do the other two. Yep, I've decided to restuff it. There he is, guys. 16. Want to keep most of the writing on if I can, so be pretty careful. Don't know what I'll do here. Probably I might just cut in around the bottom there, or it sort of makes a mess when you get this and unfold it. So I just might do put it in my poor man's lathe, turn it around, and just cut in around here, and then get the bottom back on. Well, somehow. Yeah, I can do that. I'm trying to drill this rivet out too. It's certainly in there. And yes, I had to take this off. So the whole thing. If I can make the cut in the centre of the indent there, and then when I put it together, there'll be some probably aluminium tape or something like that to hold it. And once this is clamped up, it should hold everything together, and that way it'll look nice and neat underneath. The cut will be on the inside here. All right, so yeah, wasn't going to do that, but now that's it. And now this thing's getting a little bit easier to work on. I'm going to put this aside just at the moment and keep recapping this little fella. So the next thing we'll do is, we've got the cap can out here, is the two electrodes for the cathode bypass. Let's put yeah, oh, hang on, we measured this one. Okay. Yeah, it's too early in the morning, guys. Yeah. A Monday morning at, at 6 o'clock. It's just too early for an old bloke. Righto, be back soon. Okay, we've cut the end off, as you can see, just around there, and now it's a matter of pulling him out. And here he comes. There we go. We're out. And yeah, there's not much moisture in that one, I'll tell you. That's pretty dry. Now we'll just get out. I should be wearing gloves here too, guys. Just there we go. I'll get in there and get the rest of that fella out. There we go. She's out. Clean up that. And clean up this fella. And normally, what I've done before, I'll just get this disconnected. Right. Is I put these back together like so. I've got some clear heat shrink that I put over there and then put him back in the mount. You'll see how I do it anyway. And really, when it's all put back together like that, very hard to tell that it's ever been touched. Okay, I'll clean up this mess and yeah, get on with it. And they stink. Whew. Yeah, and I'm not wearing gloves. Yeah, good one, Baz. Okay, we'll just show you how I'm doing this one. We've extended the our ground wire from the cap. I've drilled a hole through the centre rivet and brought the positive lead of the cap out through here. I will solder him onto the tab down here and that hole there, and this fella he'll come out and actually be soldered onto the chassis somewhere, because I don't want to mount the ground wire onto this or anything anywhere. This has got to go on like so, and yeah, this can just be the ground wire that comes out, as you can see. All right, we used the original vent hole there, and well, what else can I tell you about it? I'm just going to put some heat shrink over this fella so that he's nice and snug, covers, well, not necessarily have to cover this, but stops vibration or anything like that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. If you guys are doing it, this is just how I've managed to do it. Well, at least it looks neat when it's done. Okay, and there he is, guys. Got his heat shrink on. I'm putting this on, and I'm then going to shrink, well, on the bottom bit anyway, some shrink over it, and of course once that goes in the clamp, it'll all clamp up nicely and hold it all in place. That's the theory anyway, but I've done these before like this and it works really well. Well, here we go, guys. Now, this is how I like them done. I will put a little tag on this one, and he'll go onto this screw, the bolt that holds him on that side. So that'll be our ground underneath the radio chassis. And as you can see, looks pretty original. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's how I now do them. Cut them open, join them back up, and once they're clamped, this does not go anywhere. It can't. The other advantage is if it ever has to be replaced, well, just unscrew it, take the bottom out. Okay, very easy. Righto, let's put him in and get on with the show. Okay guys, we've mounted the cap can up here, soldered him up, and I've replaced these two electrodes. One, well, you can I'll get a pointer, is right here, and well, it replaces that size cap which was in there, and another one down in here, down in there. So you saw where they were. Now these fellas, guys, these have been replaced. These are not original. The Ducon's not original caps. I thought this hadn't been touched, but probably done when the strange mod for the whatever turntable input was done. So I thought, well, you'd like to see how these two are. These are cathode bypass on both valves. One's on the oh blimey, what? Yeah, I better have a look. One's on the 6V6, okay, and the other one is where is it? It's on the 6U7 over here. So let's have a bit of a look. They're 22 microfarad at 40 volts, both the same. So I'll just put my little tester on, and well, it's of interest to see, well, how good these were anyway. Okay, so they're 22 mic. Let's see what they read. And we've got 50 microfarad, VLOS of 5.2 and an ESR of 0.38. 50 mic, yeah, and that's a 25. Obviously replaced with a 22. So that one, leaky as leaky. Right, let's have a look at this one. Put him on there. And same cap, 25 mic at 40 volts. Let's see what he's measuring. 61 microfarad, ESR of 0.92. So ESR's got nothing to do with it. VLOS 3.7%. So 61 mic for a 25. Yeah. Time they will be replaced, that is for sure and certain. Okay, I hope you're following along with me. I hope my videos aren't too long. Yeah, some are long, but I like showing you step by step what I'm doing. Now, seeing I've had to lift this one to get in there, I'll replace him. This fella here, I had to do the same thing, lift him here. We'll replace him now, so we'll do a couple of the big fellas, the big black ones. And there's one over here. I think there's only the three of them. Not sure what they are at the moment. We'll have a look when I get them out, and I'll let you know, and we'll test them for leakage. We'll put them on my little leakage improviser, or my meter, which is a modified mega, and we'll see how many ohms resistance across each one. Right guys, so far 3 chunky little numbers here, and they're out of the system. Now these are all 0.5s. No, they're 0.05. Sorry, not 0.5s. 0.5. This one here is here on the circuit, which says it's a 0.1. I've replaced this 05 over here, and I've replaced this 05 over here, both on this line. But this one was an 05. This has 0.1. So I don't know if it's a modification or what, but it was a 0.1. So I've put in a 0.1 and a 0.05 in both the here and over here. So you guys might like to comment on that one. I'm not sure what it is. I don't have an EK2. This is, well, a little bit different. Mine's an ECH35, but that would make, well, I don't think that would make any difference. It's G2 and G4, they're connected together, comes down here to this 0.1. So if this was running an ECH35, would that make a difference with this cap here, seeing it's going up here and across to the control grid? Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know this circuit. It just seems strange that I have 3 different models of this, of the Breville. They all have the same front end. Yeah, different valves, but they all have 0.1 down here. Even the one that's got the ECH35 circuit is still 0.1. Okay, any suggestions on that? Righto, I'll keep going, guys, and, well, get rid of some of these big fellas in here. Ones like this are certainly going to free some space up once I get him out. Okay, there we go. All the caps are done. As you can see, all the waxies. Strangely enough, this radio is different circuitry to the other 3 that I've got. Like this 0.5 that was in the middle here, this big one, is not on any of the circuits. Yeah, so we've mounted him down here now, out of the road, and cleared a lot of space in the middle of this. A little bit congested around this area, but as you can see, I've had to replace 4 resistors. Yeah, the others are all measure okay. 4 resistors replaced that were way out of spec. We'll go back and have a look at those when we've finished doing what we're doing. The next thing is I want to give the top a bit of a clean and get the dial cord working properly and a little bit freer than what it is. Now, to clean the inside of the chassis, I've got to remove the shield, our RF shield here. So it looks like we've got a nut there, and, well, there should be another nut on the other end of it, which is up this end. It's probably underneath everything. Can't see it. Yes, it is. It's way in the bottom there, which is here. Yeah, and up there. So those 2, I want to take that out because I want to be able to get in there and scrub things up a bit. We've got a couple of things to fix up here, a bit of shielded wire to our grid of the 6G8. So it looks like this little fella's got to come out because he's right in line where that nut is, and of course you can't open this, you can't do anything with this side of it. It's got to be the nut released. So got to take this out anyway, which I'm going to. This radio is going back to standard as it was. It'll be a very original radio, and to use it, well, a little AM transmitter, proximity transmitter, will be fine with this little fella. Okay, so I'll take it out, take the shield off, we'll do a bit of cleaning, and I'll come back and see why that dial cord, well, the dial mechanism is a little bit on the tight side. As you can see, I've got some new dial cord too. This is 0.6 mil. Should do the job for most applications. I do have other sizes in the drawer, but yeah, wanted dial cord. If you want to know where I got that from, there's the catalogue number, West Components in Sydney, WES Components, or Wagner Electronic Services as its full name, if you haven't got an account with them. Okay, a trade account, that is. Okay, we'll get into it. Yes, and okay, I took the nut off, and of course all this wiring is that brittle that the insulation is broken off this one. So this is cathode wire. It actually joins the three of these valves together. So I'm going to have to replace this piece because it's, yeah, as you can see, she's all coming apart in here. So not very good. Anyway, we got this one off and the other one off the shield. I'll put him down and let's see. We should be able to lift the shield off now. There we go. And just get you guys away a bit. And there she is. And these are the fellas that hold him on. This one's a bit, well, might need a bit of tightening up, mightn't it? I got a feeling someone else has been in this, I don't know, a lot. There's some things in this radio that just don't make sense. But anyway, we'll keep cleaning now, cleaning in the centre there, and work out what's happening, why this dial is, yeah, she just a bit tight. Okay, but we've got to clean up in here, so that makes it a whole heap easier to get to. And yeah, not many radios you see that actually have a shield for the RF side. Yeah, it's, well, I haven't seen one. Maybe Breville always did this, but I've worked on, as you know, the other Breville and, well, a couple of other Brevilles, and I haven't seen this setup. Okay, I'll clean him up and I'll be back. The other thing that triggers is there's overspray here on the back of the tuning cap. These must have been sprayed. There's also a bit of overspray black on these. But anyway, oh, another telltale sign. Top of the transformer. Grey on the sides. Not much in here. Don't really know. Yeah. Anyway, let's clean her up. Now we've given him a little bit of a clean up. Guys, I'd say this thing has been resprayed at some stage of the game. Anyway, we've, not to worry, we've cleaned him up. Looks okay. Now, I want to clean this. It's greasy and the dial pointer is catching as it goes up and down, making it a little bit harder. You'll notice on this drum too, there is no spring. The spring is here. There. So very easy to, if I want to pull the pointer out of the road, to clean it, to clean this area, put him over there, and this is a very good spring arrangement. Just a self-tensioning, almost looks like a timing chain out of a motor, doesn't it? Yeah. So you could even, it's very simple. Even take the dial string off and clean everything up, but I don't have to with this one. So, yeah. All right, we're going to lubricate the shaft, get rid of all this old grease here, and try and make this thing run a little bit easier. I'll have to get a block of something to sit under this. Right, well, just lifting this, it seems as though the shaft is the main problem here. So a little bit of WD in there, and let's see if we can free him up. That's getting, yeah, a bit nicer there. We'll put some oil into the back of him. And as you can see, I haven't got the pointer on then. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning here. Very handy, this spring arrangement. Now, I put a little bit of 226 on one of my makeup pads, of course, and get this dry grease off this. It's causing havoc with it. Now, we'll do the same on the inside. If I can get in there. Right, and of course a lot of rubbish coming off there. We'll just put the dial pointer back on. I'll have to put him down a bit. Here we go. And, well, guys, that's running heaps easier than what it was. And it's going to the end of travel. So probably on there, I'll put a very slight smear of grease on either side so that the pointer runs nicely. Now, with the pointer itself, yeah, I'm going to run some white, after I clean it with isopropyl, some white nail polish across it. It's a little bit ratty, so yeah, we'll do that. That's running really well now. So we'll put a dab of oil on each of the rollers, which are moving, and we'll oil the tuning gang. A little bit of oil on the rollers. A little bit just in there. Trying not to get too much on the dial cord. A little bit in there, and a little bit on the ball rollers. There we go. Yeah, lovely. Nice and easy, as it should be. Righto, better get myself some white nail polish. First of all, I will clean him off with some isopropyl. There we go. There. And not much dirt on him. But now I'll get myself some white nail polish out of my collection. I don't normally use much nail polish. And put him up here out of the road, and we'll give him a dose of white. That'll make him look nice. We also have to improve our volume pot a little bit. It's fairly tight, fairly sticky. So possibly while I'm doing this, I'll just put a little dab of 226 on there and work his way in on the shaft, which it is now. That's good. Start putting him back together. We can put a power cord on and we'll fire it up and see what I've done wrong. See where the smoke comes out. Hopefully nowhere, but you never know. Oh, that's right. Sorry, guys, you weren't supposed to see that. Now another thing I did here was I've extended the grid wire. Now you probably saw they had a, from down here, they had a piece of wire about so long, just plastic wire, soldered onto the grid wire. This is a shielded cable and of course, well, reduces noise, stops RF interference. So I've managed to put some braid over some other wire and join it on here, join the braid up with just a bit of wire wrap and just heat shrink the end of it so the braid doesn't fray. And now we've got, yeah, a good cable here to go on the 6G8. Or in this case, as we're not using a 6G8, we're using a 6B8G. Okay, so yeah, just thought I'd show you that. Of course, I've put the other valve cap connectors on, which it didn't have any. I've put a new cable on here just to the tuning gang. As you saw, I've painted the dial pointer. Guys, I think it's nearly ready to put this bit in. I'll just go and tighten these rivets up so they're a little bit better than what they are. We'll put that in. And I'll come back when I'm putting the valves in, and well, then it's a matter of a power cord and see does this thing still play. Of course, I'm going to hook the speaker up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that this will be right, I hope. All right, back soon. Right, that's got that on. Righto guys, well let's replace this cable. And it doesn't bend much, does it? Look at that. Yeah, there's new cable. Can you guys see? No. There we go. Bend him down there a little bit. Bend this fella around into shape. Now, a little bit long. Right, try and get him down in there. There we go. Lovely. Some nice new cloth covered wire. Yes, the whole lot should have been done, but well, time restraints with me, and well, the other wiring's not moving, it's not cracking, it's not going to get any worse unless it's actually moved. So there we go, all done. Now that's clear there, that's clear of that earth wire. This fella is clear here. Okay, this one came across here and he's clear of everything. Right, guys, probably time to fit one of these. There we go. One of Carl's power cords. and if you don't know who Carl is, the link's in the description. In my main channel description and in this video description. He's got all sorts of things. Capacitors, of course, these all come from Carl. This power cord comes from Carl. Resistors, a lot of things in here come from Carl. Carl's capacitors and radio supplies. Look him up. The link's, yeah, right in the description. So if you're after these are great. All right, so let's put it in. It's got to come in through the grommet here at the back. It's got to go up here to a little holder, to a cord restraint, and over to here. Okay, so we're looking at, we've got an earth there, we've got neutral, and we've got live up here. This is 220 volts, this is 240, and this is 260. So here in Australia, 240 volts we wire them to, and neutral, and of course always have your ground connected. That's why we put these fellas on here. Now I don't think I will have to cut any more cord. Nope, all that'll fit. I think that'll stretch okay over to there. Yes, no problem at all. Righto, let's do this. Then we can put some valves, well, mount the speaker and put some valves in. Now we're just going to check everything there, going to see what the ohmage is to make sure I'm on the right ones. It's a little while since I've taken it off. I'm pretty certain of where they were, but you can never be too certain with mains voltage. As long as you use a dim bulb. Okay, that should be the common. And what have we got here? We've got 38 ohms. We've got 41, so more, and this should be more again. And it's 44. So, yeah, this one. And this one's 38, so that's 220 volts, 240 volts. All right, so our neutral goes on there, and then our active goes on here. Now, as you can see with this, there is no fuse at the moment. I'm going to put a fuse in line with this. Okay, we've got a, well, we don't have a place there for mounting it. I'm just going to put a small inline fuse with this. I don't like old radios that are not fused. Can burn your house down if something goes wrong. So, yeah, you just don't take the chance. Okay. Now, get this fella on here. And we'll be putting some sort of fuse in line with this. Let me go and see what I can come up with this. I don't quite know what I'm going to put in line with that, but from there to there has to be fused. Okay. Let's go and see what I can find. Now then, guys, this is the little fuse holder I'm going to put in there. It's a sort of a Bakelite type thing. These are available, AliExpress. Yeah, you don't get much lead with it. You've solder your lead on, heat shrink it, and it's nice and small, so it tucks up sort of in the, well, just about anywhere. So, of course, the longer end that you can't see, this one goes on your active, and the shorter end. But this screws together. You'll see what it is anyway. The fuse I'm putting in was in there. I think it's a 1 amp. Yeah, I'm putting in a 1 amp, which is 240 watts. Believe me, if it draws more than that, you're in a bit of strife. So I'll put the fuse in this, makes it easier and I'll screw him up. Okay, and I'm going to mount this just down here and cable tie him to the actual transformer leads. So we can go under here, and yeah, that'll be nice and neat. And of course, peace of mind that this radio is now fused. A big peace of mind. You should do this with all of them, guys, as I've said. Okay, that's just my spiel on it anyway. Yeah, if you don't want to do that, that's all right. Yes, I know this should be mounted, guys, and on a tag strip and secure. Believe me, this will be secure. I will be tightening this one up. The cable will not move. Okay. Of course, you can't please everyone all the time, I guess. Right, I'll get a bit of heat shrink. Okay, now this is a little cardboard one. Not satisfied with it, I'm going to drag out one of my little plastic ones and put on here. I think they're a little bit smaller than this, and they will hold this cable secure. I don't trust the old cardboard ones. If this is pulled hard, it'll just break the cardboard. Okay, that's what I'm putting on. And it's nice and firm on the cable, and we're putting the cable down towards the bottom. We'll heat it and bend it after we've got it in there securely. There we go, guys. Now, just going to take a bit of the pressure off there by heating it. Not too hot. We'll just straighten him out. Right. Here we go. Well, guys, really, it's time to put the speaker on, and then we'll put the valves in and plug her in and see how she goes, and we'll give her a quick tune. It will probably need a little bit of alignment, although I'm expecting this thing to not need very much at all. Okay, back soon. It's, well, you know what time it is for me, guys. It's wine time. And coffee. Well, I had my coffee earlier, but now it's wine time. I'll be back in the morning, and we'll finish this off. Hopefully not very long. Well, guys, I've put the backing plate on here on the back of the dial, and boy, that was a bitch of a thing to get at. There's a little spacer behind this screw, and then, well, it's nearly impossible to get at the nut down at the back here. I didn't record that. It took me about 40 minutes of severe frustration, so I didn't want that on there. Almost the same with the speaker. Three long screws with spacers in there, and getting to the inside of those two, yeah, bit of a trick. But anyway, the speaker's on. You can see where I patched it up. Now, the hole is being covered by two things. By coffee filter. I've just cut it the size, and then put some liquid electrical tape, or the other stuff I use there, which is the same stuff. and I found some little splits. There's a little hole, I think it was there, and a couple of splits around the edge of the cone. So that's the other one's there. Around the back, well, she's pretty well ready to put the valves in. But first of all, of course, we'll have to align this down the track, is our lovely, lovely dial. Now we've got to make sure that nothing's rubbing here and doesn't look like it's going to, but I'll put a couple of screws in here, make sure our dial pointer is just away from the dial there. And my phone is ringing. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Right, now we've got the dial on, and very nicely the pointer is in the centre, doesn't rub anywhere. That's as high as it goes. It doesn't go to the top of the dial, but actually goes to the top of the scale. Any higher and this, well, pointer hits the top here, and I think that's the problem we had when we first started this. And down to the bottom, well, yeah, goes down to there. So there's 550, so 600's there, and we go right up. You can probably see the scale there, which is handy, to 1600 there. Alright, so we'll need that when we're doing the alignment. That will be in the next video. This one, well, what we've got to do now is put some valves in and see if this fires up, see if it's back to normal, and we'll quit this video, and then I will do a separate alignment video on this little baby. Okay, so one thing we've got to work out is my circuits actually have, hang on, 455 kilohertz on the IF, and I don't know whether that's right or whether it's what was the other one? 446, I think it was, on these. Both circuits say different things, which is a little bit of a problem with this one. But anyway, we'll work that out between now and then. Let's put some valves in. Let's get on with the show here. Okay. First of all, 5Y3. And I have also put some cleaner in the sockets. 6V6 in the corner here. Okay. And yes, guys, just because it's black, as you all know, but some mightn't know, a lot of people say to me, "Oh, that valve's like it's all black. It's buggered." No, that's how they are. Yeah. Okay. ECH 35 up the front here. And I tried to put the labels on these so that we can see all the labels from the back of the radio. That's how I've arranged it. And top cap on this one. Looks a bit better than what it was, that's for sure. Now, a 6U7. Now, the 6U7 is actually a 6B8 in this case. So, it was in a goat shield. We'll put the goat shield back on. Now, I might put the valve in first. It might be easier. Okay. There we go. And as you can see, we've got a ground there on one of the pins, which connects to the goat shield. And better put this a little bit around to the side there so I can get my lead in there. Probably not necessary, but aesthetically. And of course I'll have to take that off, won't I? A bit ahead of myself there. Right. Goat shield ring to hold him all together. And of course I picked the wrong spot. Okay, let's move him around a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. That'll keep him all nice and warm and tidy and free from interference. Right. And this little fella, a 6G8. Now, what was in this thing was a 6K7. Okay, so hence a little valve, and may explain a few modifications, I'm not real sure, but that's what was in there. And hence this lead, why it's so long, because it's got to reach way down here. That's about where he was. It just means the it holds it tight around the bottom of the valve there. And now this, with the extra length, went down inside like so. All right. There he is. Righto, guys. All the valves are in. We're now ready to do this bit. So, dim bulb. Yep, I'll set the camera up. We'll get everything right. And we'll see if this little baby is going to spring to life after everything that I've done. Hopefully, he will. But you never know. It's I always go like a bull at a gate and replace all the caps, then try it. Really, yeah, if you want to be sure, check the radio after each cap to make sure you've got things in the right position. But I guess I have been doing this a while, about 60 years, so yeah. It becomes second nature, but that's when you make mistakes, isn't it? All right, I'll reposition things and I'll be back. Rightio, guys. Well, okay, we've got the dim bulb over there, and it's not turned on at the moment. The Variac is on 0 volts, okay? We're plugged in. I can turn that on. Now, we know that we don't have an on-off switch with this little fella. I'm sorry about the reflection there. I'll have to keep him on his side. If I can get there, might be a bit better for you. Yeah. Anyway, we'll turn our volume up a little bit. That's the bulb. Let's crank her up. We're not lit up, which is good. Just lit up a little bit. 150. Nothing's exploded yet. There's no smoke. The light is fairly dim and dimming down, which is a good sign. Okay, run 150 volts. Any audio? Nothing yet. I suppose I should have had the HT, monitoring the HT, but yeah, let's try it. We're pulling 8 watts at the moment. We don't have anything at the moment. Our little lamp there is a bit hairy going. He's got a loose connection. Have to have a look at that one. Okay, he's yeah, it's a loose ground, I think, on that fella. Right, still nothing yet. Okay, let's go a bit more. 180 volts, 12 watts. Have we got any sort of audio yet? We don't have any audio. Now, 6v6 is cold, but it does have a heater. Okay, we may not have enough juice going to it yet. No sound there yet. Okay, take it up a bit more. And we're up at 240, 20 watts. That should be enough to give us some audio, surely. We don't have any audio. Got no grid noise. Should have something. We got any audio? We've got a hum in the speaker. Here it comes. Okay, guys, we're going to need probably both the bulbs in. We'll flick it across. That's both the bulbs. So we've got about 100 watts there. And we're drawing 37 watts. Now 6v6 is heating up. Now let's have a look around the back here. Yeah, got audio happening there. Not much up here. Okay. Well, we don't have very much, guys, at the moment. And we should have, at 36 watts, 240 volts, we should have heaps of audio. And we don't. Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a letdown, isn't it? Well, guys, after looking at the circuit for a bit and in total confusion, I went back and had a look at the video, and you're probably screaming at me. Yeah, this valve is supposed to go here, and this one goes here. Yeah, okay. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Let's get this fella back out. Now, I might try and get a screwdriver just underneath the base there a bit. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. And get him up that way. There we go. Rather than taking the cans off again. I don't know why this was extended then. It must have just been cut short or something. Right. Well, it's not going to work with the wrong valves in it, is it? Or in the wrong position. Okay. Spin this fella around a bit if I can. Here we go. They're probably screaming at me saying, Baz, look what you're doing. Yeah. I think it's just Breville radios in general. I think I'm nearly over them. Okay, let's put this one in here. And what can we do here? Where does he Where does he sit? Oh boy, where's our key? Okay, it's around there. There. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going as planned, so I'm going to take this back out, and you can see what's going on here, guys. There. Okay, let's see. Here we go. That might be a bit better. Push the can up a bit. Put this up the back. Right. Now, there we go. Now we might have a little bit more chance of it working with the valves in the correct position. Yeah. Okay. Righto. Now, let's see what's going to happen here. I'll take back off the volume there a bit. I'll leave both dim bulbs on. Okay, we're on 240. We know it's not going to go bang, but here we go. Should see the both the lights. If I'll just move that over. Okay, both dim bulbs will probably flash up and dim out. Here we go. Nope, it didn't. Okay. Which is no worries. It's drawing 24 watts, so we know something's happening. Turn the volume up a little bit. Oh, look, we've got audio. Anything else happening? Sure is. There she is. We've got our local station. Anywhere? Probably won't get it with me hanging on to there anyway. But there she is, guys. Now, one little thing I've got to do with this, we know it's working. One little thing I've got to do is put a piece of aerial wire on it. So I'll do that. We'll come back, we'll hook it up to the outside aerial, and we'll see how she performs. Righto, guys, I have an aerial at the back here. Just soldered the original aerial wire back on. Let's turn him on, and don't forget we've got a little bit of a dodgy connection on the lamp here, which we've got to wire in. Let's see. Here she comes.
Identity, it's not a racial one, and people at times tend to forget that. Every day we hear Muslims and Islam being used to describe people from Arab countries.
And there we go. No problems at all. We'll go down to the ABC, a few ABC stations.
Near the ground.
You hated that song so much, you wanted to find out something they'd got wrong.
And all working nicely there. Up towards the top end. yeah, anyway, there she is, guys. She's working very, very well. Next video up, let's just do a fairly quick alignment. Can you guys help me out on this actual model using those valves? What I've got is a download here from kevinchant.com if you're looking for it, and well, IF 455, that's fine, okay. But then you have another look, and almost identical, use an EK2, but identical circuit, but only a 4 valve, 446 kilohertz. So is that correct? But then you have another circuit here with nothing written on it, with an ECH35. I can't read anything else on this one. It doesn't mention what it is. I think this is a 622A. This one of Kevin's is a 622. I'm pretty sure it'll be 455, so I'll find out before we do the alignment. And if you guys can also chat about that down below here, and just to verify exactly what this is. Pretty sure it's 455. And if you're doing one of these, like I did, make sure you put the valves in the right way around. So the 6K7 goes over here, which is actually a 6U7 equivalent, obviously. The capacitor that there's one of them not on the circuit, well, hasn't affected it. And there's another one that's different to what's on the circuit, all based around the 6K7, but it's certainly working. So no problems there. Well, guys, I hope you're enjoying this so far. This is one classy little radio.
You, the prize.
It's got a lot of go in it, and yeah, there she is. So just disconnect my earth. It's all going well. All we've got to do is an alignment, which is 2 transformers, oscillator coil, oscillator trimmer, aerial coil, aerial trimmer, and make sure the dial lines up, and that's it. But I wanted to leave that for a fairly quick video after this one. As for this, yeah, check your photos if you're unsure. I don't know why. I just thought the extension on this shielded grid lead would probably because it was a shorter valve, not up here, and hence that's why they've put more on it. I don't know. That doesn't make sense either. So anyway, we soon worked it out. I thought, well, there's no audio coming from here to here. So, yeah, we only had that top end to work on. There was nothing happening back here. Righto, 20th of April, 1948, Breville picked me up. Little radio, nice little fella. And once we get the alignment done, we'll put him in the case, and the case has come up really good. Very presentable little radio. Righto, guys, if you like it, give us a thumbs up, of course. Subscribe if you haven't done already, and hit all on when you subscribe. The little bell will go dark, and that means you'll be told about when I put up another video. YouTube will flick you a message and say, Baz has put another one up. Okay, if you really like it, coffee time down there in the corner. And super thanks, always welcome if you're learning something from these little fellas. Really like these Brevilles. Hopefully, Daddy Breville will be coming up with the next video. Hopefully. I've found some bits. Okay, guys, catch us later. Bye for now.